Hello everyone, SageLink here, and this is the first game of my second season of Techfour Diamond League. This is X-Slaves vs. JinLair PinkWings. And our first match is going to be a TBT, Warhawk vs. Cam. Yeah, Team Unrivaled vs. Valid G, and these two apparently do play a decent chunk. Now, during the draft, they said that Cam was like one of the worst people, but like, that's from what I've seen. Alrighty. Warhawk up in the top right, and Cam in the bottom left. Kamarill, I think is. I just didn't want to pronounce it because I felt I was going to butcher it. I don't even know what you mean by boxing. Like doing this? I mean, it doesn't have any effect on the game, so. It literally doesn't do anything. You can't, like, click them.
Additional supply depots required.
Stifle missing team. Okay, so it's me. We got. Okay, wow, that's a bit surprising. So we got JinLair Sauce, which is actually Harroku. Heroku's sort of like ladder name that he constantly switches up. So he's gonna be taking notes. He's gonna be kind of saying like, oh, he did this type of thing. I was a little surprised he's here, but Captain is recording or streaming, and I'm recording each game individually. I forget what team Captain's on. I was really hoping to get him on this team because he played very, very well in JSL. He didn't get too far, and one of the only people in his group that got close to beating it was me. In fact, I would have if it wasn't for super bad on timing. So currently, builds perfectly mirrored. About to have a CC here and a CC there. And it looks like we're about to have the exact same timing as well. Yep. So far, the builds are perfectly mirrored. Yeah, this is another reason why I like my Reaper build, even though I do think it's a lot better in TVP than TVT. It's still okay in TVT, especially if they go CC before factory. You can just go Mass Reaper with my build and kill them, because they won't have anything from the factory out in time by the time that the Reapers overwhelm you. Especially on a map like Zen with this really solid jump up ramp. Yeah, so far, the only difference is he's making more than one Reaper. And Warhawk is going Immediate Reactor, which turns out to be a overall good choice. If he loses his Reaper, that's very, very bad for him. But, yeah, wins the overall duel there with the Reapers, which is very important because if he lost that, the second Reaper pretty much just ends the game. He doesn't get the units out in time that he needs. So assuming, yeah, Reaper Hellion. He's now going for Reactor, though, which is a little odd. Like, if you're going to go for Reaper Hellion, why stop making Reapers? It seems a little surprising to me. I don't know exactly why you would patrol this close to your CC, because it doesn't give you almost any vision. I guess he was just doing it for a second, but there wasn't really any reason to do that. One Reaper and one Hellion pretty much can't kill the opponent, as we can see, because he's just got an extra Reaper. He's just got more DPS. And even with like one Hellion, Micrane can't really win. It's mainly just for scouting, or for a scenario like this where both people kind of pass by each other and don't see each other. And that's actually going to favor Warhawk here because he's got Marines back at home and his opponent has nothing. He's just getting 2 Marines now and he's not building a tank either. But yeah, that's not a good play. You definitely want to go back and keep pushing, dude. Warhawk, come on. Come on. Where are you looking, man? Where are you looking? There you go. Yeah, put that bunker down. And this is the problem. By waiting so long, his opponent's units get back. This is gonna get full scout out on the timing of everything. See two extra racks before the starport. So that is somewhat worth it. It's just not as good as it could have been. If he moved in earlier, could have gotten more worker kills before the Reapers and Hellions got back. But so far, I feel like I want to give it to Warhawk. Because as we can see, he's got a bunch of Marines. His opponent has pretty much just Reaper Hellions. He's got two Marines, not even in a bunker. And he's got a Raven and a Cyclone defending against any kind of drop play that might come in, even though currently he knows that that's not possible because he saw the starport timing. But worker supply is equal, it's just army supply is in Warhawk's favor. But, most of the time, this is a scenario where in any other matchup, if you had full information somehow, you could just move and win by having just more army supply. But not in TVT, because one siege tank makes all the difference. That's kind of cute. He gets like 1 unit worth. A bit of a mistake there from Warhawk, not grouping up his Marines. This is, I assume, where his rally point is. Not even currently, but that was where his rally point was. And as a result, he didn't move them up. If he did, and he kept poking like that, he could have lost more than just Hellion. But I mean, trading a Hellion for like, what was that, 1 Marine? That's still really good. Currently a little bit more lost on Warhawk's side, but only in resources and units. He wasted a Hellion and a Reaper to get full scouting information, which I think was alright. Now, upgrades are much faster for Warhawk, however, Stimpack is quite a bit quicker for Cam. But, I mean, he doesn't have really enough bio to make use of that. Especially because he's just now building a tech lab. I'm so confused right now. Why would he build a tech lab this late on a starport? Like, he had that starport without a tech add-on on it for quite a while. And I feel like at that point, you really should go into reactor. Because if your opponent just starts making 2 Vikings, you're never going to get the air advantage. In this case, he's going to be making 2 medevacs, which is a little more risky, especially because of the sensor tower. But 2 medevacs into just continuous Viking production is good. If you make too many medevacs, it could be very bad for you. But yeah, now it's going to get pretty campy, because now we're getting double sensor tower. I like the Reaper spread. Got one here. I mean, personally, I would prefer to him move that one right here, because if you're going to have... You should have either like a Reaper like here and a Reaper here, or you should have it like here and here. Because like, they could come from this angle and then come over here, which this doesn't scout, and it might just barely scout there, or it could attack here. He scans there, sees 2 medevacs. He's building a Raven now, but his opponent already has a Raven, and he's got 2 medevacs. Sure. I'll be back in a second. So far, I don't think I've missed much. Seems like they're both kind of just playing back. Both on 3 bases. Upgrades about equal. Slightly in favor of Warhawk currently. Scans, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, you can't just play back. You gotta eventually at some point push, because this is, for me, the most annoying thing in the entire game is like TBT when neither player attacks. Personally, I think the biggest problem is the fact that neither player made Vikings. Like, Warhawk's got 6 medevacs. If he just had 2 Vikings here, he can pretty much win any fight by just having the air advantage. That's very bad for Warhawk. But his tanks are out of the fight, so yeah, I think he actually, he wins this. That's the thing. TBT is all about positioning. Yeah, don't run up that. He's not repairing. Oh my gosh, that repair was so late. Yeah, just run up. Just run up. And there's GG. Warhawk takes game 1 over Cam. Pretty close game overall. I apologize for being AFK for half of it. And hope you guys enjoyed this game. I'll see you in a second for the next one. And I will be eating chicken.